The holidays are over. You are tired, but your bank account is exhausted. Listen, I get it, but don't worry. It's not too late to set yourself up for success and crush your 2025 financial goals by following these simple steps. Hi, I'm Jacob Wade from Lunch Money. I'm a financial coach, and today we're going to break down 5 steps you need to take right now to hit all of your 2025 financial goals while still spending money on the things you love in the meantime. And if you watch to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to set up an automated system for hitting your financial goals on time, every time. Yes, you're going to need to review where your money disappeared to all of last year. Now, I know this can feel daunting and it might feel a little bit overwhelming, but you've set financial habits over the course of the last 12 months that you might need to redirect, that you might need to break to start putting the money where it should be going. The best way to do this is just to look at your past few months of spending and look on average, where has your money been going to? So you can start finding areas of waste so you can redirect your money toward the things that matter to you in 2025. Of course, here at Lunch Money, we make that easy. We automatically connect to your accounts, sync your bank accounts and credit cards and all your financial transactions in one place. We'll show you trends. We'll show you where your money went to, the top spending that you did, the top places you spent your money, and the top categories of where your money went. We'll bring in all your 2024 transactions, which is a lot easier than downloading and printing out your credit card and bank statements over the last 12 months and manually adding everything up. We'll make that easy. And once you've looked at 2024, you can start setting your intentions and your goals for 2025. The SMART Goals framework is something I'm a fan of, and it breaks down your financial goals in a manageable and measured way. Here's how it works. So the S stands for specific. Don't say, I want to save more money next year. No, you need to be way more specific than that. You want to say, I want to save $10,000 next year. Specific goals allow you to set a target to aim for. The M stands for measurable. You need to break down these larger goals into smaller bite-sized chunks. Saving $10,000 sounds probably pretty overwhelming, but if you say, I'm going to save about $200 a paycheck toward my goal, that's way more manageable. Make sure you can measure it in that way. Now, the A stands for achievable. Now, maybe this goes without saying, but don't set goals that you can't hit. It's going to make you miserable and feel bad about yourself for not actually hitting those goals. Instead, set reasonable goals that look realistic for you to actually hit. And then if you want to, set some stretch goals that you can go above and beyond what your original goal amount was. Now, the best way to do this is just use your 2024 review information of where your money's been going and how you can redirect it and figure out, okay, based on this spending, what can I save per month? What can I put toward these goals? And then make sure you use realistic numbers when setting your SMART goal numbers. The goal here is positive reinforcement, progress toward an achievable goal. Otherwise, you're just going to give up. Now, the R stands for relevant. You will not hit goals you don't care about. This is true. The goals you set need to matter to you deeply, because if they don't matter to you, when things get hard or you need to push yourself to start saving more, you're not going to do what it takes if you don't care. For example, saving for a house might be something that's very motivating. Maybe you want to buy that dream house in the next year. Setting a goal for saving the down payment on the house is highly motivating to you, more than just a generic savings account. And remember, when you're saving for a down payment, for example, let's say you need $20,000, make sure it's $20,000 to buy my dream home in the next 12 months, right? Be very, very specific so that you're highly motivated. I'm going to buy my dream home. I'm very excited for this, and I'm going to do what it takes to put that money aside. And then ultimately, your goal needs to be time bound. If you've ever said, oh, I wish I could save more, blah, or buy blah, that's just a wish. That's an idea. But if you attach a timeline to it, now you have a goal. So for example, instead of saying in 2025, I want to invest in my Roth IRA. Cool goal, but will it happen? Probably not if you don't actually set a deadline. You might want to say something like, I want to max out my Roth IRA by October, right? I've got 10 months to save $7,000. That attaches a timeline, gives you a deadline, helps you break it down into those manageable chunks, and then you know exactly how much you need to save to get there. Now that you've used the SMART Goals framework and you've written down your goals, it's time to reverse engineer exactly how to get there. Now, usually what you do is you have a large goal amount and then you break it down into incremental chunks. So for example, let's say you want to save $10,000 next year for your emergency fund. You want to be able to sleep better at night to have cash set aside. If you break that down, it's about $833 a month. But let's say you get paid weekly, that's about $193 a paycheck. Now you have it broken down. It was small chunk. You can make sure you earmark and set aside $193 every single time you get paid, and you will have $10,000. It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. And the best part about saving on a regular basis is you get to see that progress. Again, that positive reinforcement to get you towards your goals. Now, one of the best ways to practically actually do this and see that progress is setting up financial goals savings accounts, multiple savings accounts. So most banks and even online banks allow you to open multiple savings accounts, and you can actually attach nicknames to those savings accounts. So maybe you open a savings account called buying a house, or buying a new car, or replacing my cell phone, or getting the new 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M4 Max chip and 48 gigs of RAM. Whatever that goal account is, give it a nickname, set it up, and have a separate account for each goal. The advantage of this is that, one, you get to track your progress for your goals individually. Each account is its own thing, and you can see how much you have saved toward those. And then two, you can make sure that you always transfer the correct amount into the right place. Instead of having just a single savings account and trying to track that, separating it out allows you to only save individually for each of those goals. And as a bonus, online banks have higher interest rates, so you might be able to open multiple high yield savings accounts and get to your goal even faster by earning a better interest rate on your money. Now, the only way you hit your goals is actually tracking the progress and being intentional about it. Well, setting all these goals and opening the accounts is great, but you'll never actually get there if you don't take control of your spending. Of course, here at Lunch Money, that's what we make easy. You could sign up, connect your bank accounts, we'll automatically sync all those transactions so you can see what's going on. And as you open these multiple accounts, connect them to Lunch Money, and you'll be able to track your progress as you start saving toward these goals. What gets measured gets managed, and Lunch Money makes that part automatic. And I promised you at the beginning of the video, I will show you how to automate this entire process. Here's the fun part. When you open those multiple savings accounts with nicknames, most of the savings accounts allow you to set up what's called a recurring transfer. This is a transfer of money on a regular schedule. And what you would do is you would look at your goals, you have them break down by paycheck, for example, and then you can set up how much you want transferred out of your checking account into that savings goal account on what dates, on what schedule. So for example, if you're saving $10,000, you would set up a $200 transfer the day after payday that automatically goes to your emergency fund savings account that you set up. And that will automatically happen in the background without you ever having to lift a finger. You just set up a weekly transfer, boom. You can do the same thing for your MacBook Pro. Maybe $50 a week goes out to that MacBook Pro, and then you just wait a year, and then all of a sudden a year later, boom, you have $2,500 in your account. You're ready to make that purchase. This is how you set and hit your financial goals automatically every single time on time. You create automated rules. You pay yourself first, and then you just let it happen. So within each of those accounts, figure out what it is you need to save on what schedule, whether it's by paycheck every single month, set that amount, create that recurring transfer, and then just stop looking at it. What'll happen is, and when the time comes for that expense, you'll look down and have the money. I did this for Christmas this year. I set up a $200 recurring transfer, and by the time Christmas rolled around, I had over $2,000 ready to go. We didn't have to think about it, didn't have to stress about it. The money just happened to be there. Listen, setting your 2020 financial goals doesn't have to be daunting. It does take some intention, takes some planning, but ultimately you can automate that process. And when all of your savings is happening in the background, you can focus on things that are more important in front of you instead of stressing out about money. So if you're ready to make 2025 your best financial year yet, we're offering a 30-day free trial of Lunch Money where you can connect your accounts, perform that financial audit, see where your money's been going, set some financial goals, and start tracking your progress along the way. Then you can set up your SMART goals for 2025 and hit them without even thinking about it. So check out the link below. You can sign up for the free trial and get connected. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.